as you may have recalled, I managed to came back from Spider-Man No Way Home. I don't usually do a lot of movie reviews like this anymore since I got. Before I want to say something about this, I kind of quit doing movie reviews about superhero flicks since they're getting a lot more stale for me, and like the stakes are not really high enough. It's just to me, it's just another print copy paste though. But from when it comes to this one, I had to watch this because I'm not only a fan of Tobey Maguire. I think Andrew Garfield actually redeemed the character really good, and actually redeemed the character though, so I'll give props to that. And and Tom Holland, as usual, he's good. He's fine. He's really good at it. But I do think I will spoil. Maybe not so much, not a lot. This is gonna be a bit of a spoiler though, bro, and there's gonna be a movie review. I'm gonna do a little review about some of the good, some of the bad, some of the ugly shit. So what do I say about this movie? It was actually what I wished I could have had years ago. Like I wish we could have had Spider-Man 4 and Amazing Spider-Man 3 where they should have got a better script than this, but I think Andrew Garfield is by far one of the best ones for me since his character is by far one of the best redeeming parts about him where I never hated Andrew Garfield so much. He doesn't have the same charisma as, some of the older Spider-Man like Tobey and Tom. So I say props to the three actors who played their roles, who served their purpose. So I'll say, yeah, it's a really good fresh start. I think Zendaya did a wonderful job as playing as Michelle Jones. Yes, a little spoiler right there. Or Michelle Gonzalez, I like to call the MJ, Michelle Jones Watson, whatever who that is. And it's good to see some of the heroes that we see. We get to see Doctor Strange interacting with Spider-Man a little bit more. I like that. There's a lot of cool stuff out there. I think Benedict Cumberbatch was good. I think Marisa Tomei was actually really good. I think Jon Favreau, who I had a lot of fun with, since right now he's actually directing Star Wars TV show. I hope he gives a big middle finger to Disney, and so yeah, fuck you Disney. Still, fuck you Disney and Marvel for being being one of the wokest companies right now. I don't want to get into too much of that. But for the most part, this is what a Spider-Man movie should have been so far, so long. I gotta say the music is really good. It's actually what I missed of not just the music, the settings, the CGI. As much as I gotta say one good thing about the CGI, I gotta hand it to the director John Watts for balancing the CGI a little bit better. If there's one CGI I don't like, it's the sparks. I hate CGI sparks, believe me. And there are a few things that leave a lot to be desired, though. So, I did get a little cameo of the blind man, Charlie Cox. So, love that. I love Daredevil. He's actually another street level suit. He's actually the perfect way to bring in because Daredevil and Spider-Man, they had a lot of interactions over the years of trying to fight Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin. I do remember that Wilson had a son named Richard Wilson, and what's that name I forgot from the Netflix show? Maybe Alyssa. Yeah, that's Alyssa, I think. So I hope you might correct me on that. I'm really excited for the Spider-Man PS5 game, the sequel. It's good to see Alfred Molina again. Love that. Jamie Foxx got his character redeemed finally. I thought in the ASM2 he looks like blue dog shit. Like blue dog shit though. But in this version he looks a lot more serious. So I love that. And I also like to see some of the Sandman characters. The Flint Marko type. I kind of forgot these names since. It's nice to see these villains, not, I wouldn't say redeemed, but got a second chance. Love that. I also get to see the highlight of the show is William Dafoe. I love his new complexity of the suit. One, I do love the whole green, but one with the whole purple and the hoodie and with the satchels in it. That should have been the Green Goblin. I would have loved so long ago. I wish, yeah, I kind of missed that a lot. And you know, I still, as much as I do like the MCU suit, I think the Raimi suit was actually by far the superior one, since it actually. What I love about the Raimi suit at the time, it's the complexity of the more the classic slash a more cooler looking like this, for an example. And yeah, somebody's singing music right now. I really do love everything what I saw. You know, the complexity suit. It's good to see one of those old suits again and one of those actors to show up. So yeah, I love that. You know, I think Zendaya. Yeah, like I mentioned about Zendaya was good. I thought the guy who played as Ned Leeds, or I'm pretty sure he might become the Hobgoblin probably in the next movie, or maybe not. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that Tom Holland doesn't want to do it too much. He might some in the future. Maybe because you know you can't do the same character like forever. Like as much as it's fun, I kind of, you know what I mean. So, you know, I wish Sony could learn from their mistakes of how you can make this movie done right. It's like you need a good director, you need a good script, you need a good visual effects, you need a good music, everything. Like you know. And by the way, I am excited for the Spider-Man, the second Spider-Verse movie, so I'm looking forward to that probably next year. I don't know when, because you know, as much as I like Miles Morales, I do prefer the original Peter Parker because he's actually a lot more relatable, like us, as somebody who had to go to school, to college, and try to work and stuff. Pretty irritating. So and also I forgot to mention, it's nice to see. J.K. Simmons as Jay Jonah Jameson, who's the parody version of Alex Jones. By the way, I didn't like Alex Jones, but he's good right now. He's getting better. You know, it's good to see him playing this you know, this antagonistic journalist. But I want to spoil a little bit about the original Spider-Man. But what I like about Jay Jonah Jameson back from the original trilogy is like he will never snitch on his employees, and I think it should indicate like even yeah he is an asshat to Peter and Spider-Man, but he does not snitch on his employees. So props to the character, and that's what's so missing about some of the Spider-Man comics, just to give some depth. Like you can't treat them like they're all bad people. They're just bad people with you know manners and stuff, and with charisma. And you know, probably, so I liked everything. The CGI was pretty good. Some good, some bad. Some still need a lot of work. You know, but I do like some of the practical effects slash CG effects of the tentacle arms with the forearms of the Doc Ock. I hope we get a spin-off MCU of the Superior Spider-Man. That would be, I would love that. As much as, like I said before, I don't usually do a lot of movie reviews anymore because I'm so sick of the superhero shit, of how woke it is and all that stuff. But for me, this one takes the cake. I try not to get too political about it, but I had to address it for people. As a comic fan, I kind of feel like I want to go back and buy Marvel Legends figures, but I don't want to anymore since it's just, I got so tired of Marvel when that woke comic they done with the New Warriors. Ugh, just please stop. Just do something more original. Don't just tokenize it all the time. Aside from that, overall, it's a really fun movie. I do cry quite a bit. The only thing I cried more, other than some of the bigger scenes, is mostly little scenes like I mentioned about the Andrew Garfield, which I might spoil a little bit. This is going to be both spoiler and review. Which he finally actually saves. Not this Gwen Stacy, but his MJ, you know, the Mary Jane type. And one of the things I actually love about this movie so much is actually how much these two versions of Peter Parker actually can relate to it. Like, you know, like they're like, just so you know, Toby's version is more of the experienced version, while same thing goes for the Andrew Garfield. He is experienced, but a little bit more, but has some immaturities though. Yeah. But yeah, that's one of the things I like about those scenes, since like it makes you feel like they're actually, it's kind of like the brothers that you never wished you had, but you kind of need at the same time, because you feel like instead of trusting people in their world, how about you should talk to the other Spider-Man that need therapy sessions. You know, therapy can be such a bitch these days, but because sometimes it may work or not, I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna go chronologically order. I'm gonna make this video short, as like a few minutes as possible. Yes, I'm gonna review a spoiler and a review. So there are a lot of great scenes. There's so much fan service, which is sometimes good or bad. It just depends on how it was executed pretty well. For an example, like bring Charizard to Pokemon Black and White. Yeah, you might have saw it. Excuse me. So yeah, I really enjoyed most of the scenes I saw. There are a few parts that I could wish that could have been done better, you know. But if there's one thing I'll give props to the movie, is like we as young viewers back then, we didn't know who the Green Goblin was, but watching it many times, there's still a human side to Norman Osborn. There's still in him. So I do like the concept. There are two split personalities where there's still Norman Osborn inside, but he's willing to help, which is good. I like that parallel between those two, or that odds at each other. And that's one of the things I do like about this movie quite a bit, because of the infighting. This is more like the proto Sinister Six type shit, but I do like the fact that, yeah, there's a lot of conflictive stuff. And the funny part is like when the smartest move, Peter Parker 3 or 1 is like he actually hacked his tentacle arm to Doc Ock, and when after the fight, it was one, I love that because it's so I like that it's opposite, and that just shows you can't underestimate this versions of the Spider-Man, even though for its immaturity. And that's one of the things I want to mention about this right now. One of the things I like about this film is like it just shows like even though Peter he wants to save everybody, and we can relate to that. He really wants to save everybody, but he couldn't. But he became so arrogant about it. Like he said he wants to cure them, which we should have done. Like we all wanted it, but it kind of backfired, as Kurt Connors the Lizard, as he was like, there are consequences, which he was pretty right about this. Shockingly, what makes it very interesting of these villain dynamics, there's the conflictive states. And one of the heartbreaking things for me was actually when Doc Ock, he was so angry, like he thinks he's gonna kill him, but when he put that inhibitor right there, he was like, and I'm gonna rephrase this, I was actually wrong about you. Why couldn't I have thought about this? And you kind of feel for him, like you kind of wish, and it's just kind of like the Spider-Man PS4 game. I like that twist a lot, where this version of the Yuri Lowenthal Peter Parker, I really do like his performance. I wish that would have been so cool. That would have been so cool. Like this is a version where this version of Peter Parker, Yuri Lowenthal's version, where he actually, like, Doc Ock was actually his mentor. Oh, shocker! Yeah. So I like that stuff. But this one, it actually makes you feel like you kind of wish you could have saved him, but you couldn't, but you actually kind of did. So I really like that part, but I want to skip this through ahead. I want to end this video in the next 2 minutes or so. Long story short, when the movie ends, I get to see these one father, one brother, and another little child right there, and the mentor, and they hug each other. I like how they had a lot of conversations just to show to get to know the actual heroes. And I like some of the memes. I like some of the memes, like when he's like total versions. I was like, oh, my back. It's a bit of callback to Spider-Man 2, and yeah, and it was kind of nice like that. It's just like they talked a lot about how their experiences was. So yeah, I kind of wish the Tobey version of Spider-Man would get a little more screen time, since he's more of the fatherly type figure of Peter, even though this version of Peter doesn't have families. Well, two of them were actually S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, Richard and May Parker. yeah, spoilers. You don't want to see it. So yeah, I want to skip this a little bit. I know I mix around a little, but you'll get the whole point. You want to skip this video, go for it. For all I care. So I might put a timestamp in it just in case. So yeah, like I said before, even though I don't enjoy superhero movies, I usually do like Shang-Chi's good, but it doesn't have the same energy though. But Eternals, whatever. I watched it, didn't really exceed my expectations, but I do love the Joker a lot more since it actually resembles what has been going on around here. So I just want to. I'll say, as much as I like this movie, I still prefer the original trilogy and mostly some of the more non-traditional comic book movies these days, since I prefer movies that just takes risk. And so yeah, I would give this like I wouldn't say like a 10 out of 10, maybe, I think maybe 10 out of 10 should be okay, or maybe 9.5, mostly because there's some inconsistent scenes, just because I still like this movie doesn't mean I can't still criticize it. So yeah, go with it with low expectations though, because you won't expect a lot. I'm not gonna overhype this too much since I know what it was coming, so I can't really expect a lot of expectations though. So yeah, go see it for yourself. You can rent it or whatever the fuck it is. I might buy the DVD since I do enjoy some of the superhero aspects. As much as I like superhero movies these days, I might watch more in the future. I just don't know when. So, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Like, favorite, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment below. Do you enjoy this movie? You're not? Comment below. I might put in restriction like for people who wants to, see the movie. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the videos, and I hope I pre-order that sequel to Spider-Man. I can't wait for Tony Todd to become Venom. I kind of prefer Tony Todd as the Venom other than that other guy from the other Venom movie, which I didn't watch. Because Tony Todd, I want to give you a little foreshadowing. Like, he was actually Candyman, and he also did Dawn of the Dead or Living of the Dead. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what scenes do you like from Spider-Man for No Way Home. So I hope you guys enjoy the videos, and I hope you guys enjoy the movie, and peace the fuck out.